Okay, I'm really sorry because last time also I told we'll start with Python, maybe. Well, let's continue. Now we are going to start with Python for real. That is input and output. Okay, input and output. So let's talk about input first. Very easy in Python. Input is basically a function. Okay, you take input how? Basically, there's a function known as input. Let's take a variable. Been too much using x, no? So let's take a variable called name. Name is equals to input. Okay, this is how easy it is for getting an input from a user. Name is a variable, input is the function, and whatever you give, it will store a name. Now, few points to notice: input returns string data type. Okay, input always returns string data type. So if at all I run this, also it takes a parameter, but I'll give the definition later. If you run this, name is equals to input, right? See, it waits for me to give the input. If I give Shrishti, it will just take and keep it in name, and if I print name, it will come there. Okay, this is how. And see the type of name, it's a string. Got it. Now the function definition goes like this: input, and it takes a string. Okay, whenever I write square brackets in function definition, it means it's a optional parameter. What it is, it's a optional parameter, meaning if you give it, it is nice but not required. Now if at all I give name is equals to input, then if I write enter your name, okay, now what will happen is it will do thoda displaying. Okay, so it will, this, if you run this, the output will be enter your name, and it will wait there. Okay, so you, by the time you will, and then you will give the name Srishti, suppose, and it will store it in name. Okay, practically let's see name equals to input, enter your name, it is wait there, it will print Srishti. Okay, see how it is coming. Name and s don't have any space in between. Okay, so now to solve this, what I do is aesthetically, so that it looks nice, clean, formatted, you give name is equals to input, enter your name, and you purposefully give a colon and then a space, and then you close. Now if you do this, what happens? See, just a colon and a space, it will look neat. See from before and after how much difference is there. Enter your name, Srishti. So much difference is there. Same output only. Okay, but still, it's thoda, it will look nice. Okay, now you know that this is an optional parameter what you're giving, and the type of the data type of name would be class string. Okay, fine. Now let us talk about one more function which is required, which is eval function. Okay, eval function, it takes in mandatorily a string. Okay, you actually, what I do is usually I just keep like this. Okay, I don't know why I did not write it there. Yeah. That means str is not any variable or something, it's data type. Whenever I give two parentheses like that, it's a eval and it accepts a string. Notice I'm not giving square brackets because it is a mandatory parameter. Okay, you need to give something so that eval function will evaluate. Okay, evaluate stands for evaluate. Okay, eval meaning evaluate. Okay, fine. What eval does this? It basically evaluates the string into the most meaningful thing. Okay, let's say you have a string. Let's say you have a string Srishti itself. Okay, keep it that way. It will keep it like this. So I'll just write original and then I'll write after eval, meaning eval of that string. Okay, it will still remain Srishti. I'll write data type also. You know what, better for you, I'll write type. Make use of these functions. Type of the string it is. Okay, if at all I give in eval, if I give the string as 3, after evaluation it will become 3 only and it will become an int. Maybe if I give 3.0, it will be 3.0, it will become float. If I give a list 1 2 3, it will become a list. Basically, did you understand what eval does? It will convert whatever is there inside to the most meaningful thing in Python. Even if I give a dictionary also, it will convert and it will put it as dictionary. So therefore your general statement for getting an input from user usually will be whatever you are getting. So variable name is equals to eval of input and you give a prompt and you close it. Okay, doing this, what happens is, let's say you are taking a birth date. Okay, at that time eval will convert that number and store it as integer, but if you don't give eval, it will still remain as string. Sometimes you would want it to remain string, that time don't give eval. Okay, don't give eval if you want it to remain a string. If you want to convert it to the best data type possible, you give eval. Now do me a question. This is just an example question. I'll give name is equals to eval input. Okay, I'll print type of name. You know what, too much name is becoming. I'll a is equals to some type of a and solve this when input given is okay. Solve this when the input is this one. Pause, solve it, write it. If you want, text it to me back also, saying that time of this video, this is the answer. I hope you're done. Okay, answer should be class tuple. If you forgot this word class, don't worry, it's fine, but remember, it's nice to write it. If you write tuple also, it's fine, but like Subhash Nida, we don't know, so just write class tuple. Keep it that way. It will look nice. It will show that you know some stuff. Okay, because why did it come as tuple? We are giving parenthesis, that's for tuple. It will change the parenthesis, change the quotes to change the string to a tuple. I hope you got eval function. Now eval function not only just converts the data type but also evaluates the entire thing. So even if I give, let's say a is equals to eval input, and if I do print a and this I run it, when I give input as, just bear with me, input as 2 plus 3 by 6 into 5. Even if I give a input like this, what it will do, it will convert. Okay, first it will convert everything into its own respective data types. It will do 2 plus 3 by 6.5 into 5, 2 plus 5 into 5, 2.5, 4.5. So your answer of this would be, output would be 4.5. Okay, now try, see. A is equals to eval input, and now I'm giving the input as 2 plus 3 by 6 into 5. A 4.5. Got it? Even though input gives a string, evaluate will evaluate to the simplest form. Okay, either it will convert the data type, or if you give it an expression, it will convert the expression into the answer. That's how eval function works. Okay, I hope you understood. This is all there is to input. Only one thing you know, input takes in. You can either give a prompt, and the return type of input is string. There's an eval function which you can use, which will convert the string to the most meaningful possible way humans can understand. Eval function will do that. Aram se on its own. Now, let's come to the output. Over here now, things will thoda increase in complexity. Why? Because output, basically you need to be able to know how to showcase your answers, something like whatever the output of the code you want in a specific way, meaning you should need to know how to do that. Okay, so output is basically given by the print function. Now just for like continuity purpose, I'll write off the definition. It is print, you give it what to say, you give it values. Okay, you give it values, and you give separator. You give a separator. This is a name of it, so separator is space, end is this. Can keep single quotes also. Okay, what I mean by this, it doesn't look nice. Okay, what I mean by this is I'll just start segregating everything. Okay, values. Okay, by the way, okay, values means multiple things are allowed. Multiple things are allowed. I'm not saying the meaning of values is that. Over here what I meant by values is multiple things are allowed, and separated by comma. Separated by comma. And when I've given sep equals to this thing, end equals to this thing, that means you can understand there is already a default value assigned. Okay, separator is default value is space, end default value is 2 line. Okay, I'll explain all of this now. First, let's start simple without separator and end. Just tell me the output of this. Easy. Hi is the output. Now tell me the output of this. Okay, I'll tell you how it works now. When you give a comma in print, basically there are two values to print, and the print function works in such a way that it will concatenate these two values with a space by default. Okay, by default it concatenates with the space. So this is your answer, and it doesn't matter how many values are there. Okay, so if I do print A, B, C, D, I can keep on going, and now if you want, try to get the output. I think you should be able to get it. Pause it, think it, and tell me the output. I mean, write down the output or do something about the output. Done. So the output will be A space B space C space D. Okay, it will just merge all the strings with a space in it. This is how your normal print function works. Now there are ways you can manipulate these different print. You can manipulate these values given in a print statement. Okay, that is where you use sep and end parameters. in the print function. Okay, separator, sep stands for separator, end stands for end only. Okay, now default value of sep is an empty string. Okay, default value of this end is /n. I'll tell you what these are in just a bit. Okay, fine. Notice how all of these values are separated with a space. I'm using the word separated. Why? Because that is what the parameter sep does, separator. So now I can change it. I can change what these different values are separated with. Okay, so now if I give an output like print A, B, C, and if I tell sep is equals to D, I'm changing it from space to D. So can you like guess what is the output? It would be A, D, B, D, C. In place of space it is D. That's it. That is how separator works. That's it. It just separates the values with that. Now what if the default one is space? So now if at all I give print A, B, C, and if I just say separator is empty string, there's nothing in the string, so what's your output for this? You can pause the video, think, and then resume. I hope you got it. It is going to be A, B, C without any spaces. Why? Because you're just joining these values without any separator. Separator is what? Empty string. If you put empty string to A and between A and B, will there be any difference? No, right? So it is A, B, C. Okay, now let's come to end. Now you see this \n, right? These are known as escape sequences. Escape sequences, these are. There are many escape sequences. The most common ones are -n, -t, and that's it, I guess. Then you have this one. I'll tell you why that is there, and you have this one, and you have this one. Okay, coming to each of them. -n stands for new line character. Okay, -t, this is a tab character. Tab meaning, you know what, the same tab which is written above your caps lock. Tab is 4 spaces. You use this so that you can escape the given backslash. Basically, see, whenever backslash is written, it usually means that the next letter will make it into if at all it is n, it will become new character. If at all it is t, it will become tab. So basically backtick is the one that decides what escape sequence it has to be. But what if you want to print backslash? That time you escape it one more time. So you add one more escape to the backtick to give you this character. Okay, and now I'll talk about these two. Very nicely it will be. Basically, if you have a string, hi, I am Srishti. Okay, now I want to highlight the word Srishti. Right now what I can do, I can give single quotes and I can go like this. But what if my string only is like this? I am Srishti. Now this is wrong. You can't have the same type of quotes inside the main string. You should either change either of them. This is incorrect, but you can give this as double quotes and make it correct. You can do that. But now I want to keep this also as a single quote and inside also single quote. That time what you do is you just escape this character. Okay, escaping the character meaning not included in terms of processing. So you just escape that character. Okay, this is useful when you have to deal with many quotes inside a statement, where maybe you have both a double quote and single quote. Like let's say I need hi in double quotes, and I need I am Srishti in single quotes. You can end this, the outer one is double quote only, but what about hi? So you escape that sequence and you escape this one also. So you can have both quotes inside one string. Okay, these are known as escape sequences. Now the default value, so new line character meaning, it will go to the next line. Okay, so dash n goes to next line. So when I give print some values, and if I give end is equals to dash n, okay, now those values will be printed. You know what value is of value? I'll give you a, b, c. Okay, now separator is still what? If sep is not given, separator, default separator is space. So a, b, c, and then it will go wait over here. And I'll tell you why that's important. Because next time a print function comes, it will start continuing from here. Because I've given end as a new line character, so it will stop over here. So basically what will happen if you don't give end, I mean if you change end, if you tell I give print a, b, c, and if I give end is equals to an empty string, what will happen is a separator is space, b separator is space, c, and it will wait over here only. So the next time you put a print statement, all of that will come and execute here. Okay, for example, print hello, end is a empty string, and then if I do again next line print hi, and I just leave it like that. Can you guess the output? What will be? Okay, so if you can't get it, break it apart. Print hello. First it will do that hello. Is the are there multiple values? No. So separator is of no use. End is what? A space. Okay, just take it as an empty string. So it will wait here only. Then it will print hi. It will print hi here. Does it say anything about his end character? No. Anything about the separator? No. Default is end character is new line, so it goes and waits here. So the next print statement, if I put print hello hi Srishti, it will come print here. I hope you understood this. Now so that you improve, I'll give you question. Solve it. You have to solve it. There's no other go. Okay. Alright, let me just check for any question is there. Yeah. Print promo competition separator is equals to @ symbol. This is saying same single question. Promo competition for dancing end is equals to hash symbol print all join. Okay, get me the output of this. Then one more I'll give you. Print 2, 3, 4 sep is equals to exclamation mark, end is equals to empty string, end is equals to 4. Then again print go outside, end is equals to t, escape sequence t. Basically escape sequence t stands for 4 spaces. Okay, it's like a tab. Okay, then print go outside play. Okay, this comes inside only. just because the G is like that, it looks like that. So go outside. What did I write? Play. Okay, get me the output of these two, like send it to me in Instagram, it should be good. Okay, I hope you understood print statement, and I hope you understood how the end and separator works. Okay, and if you want, I'll do one question, I'll do the third question for you as a starter. Just think of another question. Okay, I'll just use print A E I O U separator is equals to let's say dollar, end is equals to, let's say, tab, and I give print vowels, these are, that's it. Okay, so your output would be A, there's a separator, E, there's a separator, I, there's a separator, O, separator, U, separator. No, U is the last one, there's no separator after that. End is there, slash T, meaning it will just give 4 spaces and it will say, it will stay here. Next one says vowels there, and there's no separator, so there, and next value R, because separation between these two is one single space. I hope you got it. This is your output. How you're supposed to deal with these people. Deal with these kind of questions. A, E, I, O, U. Remember over here the separator doesn't come because separator's work is done separating the values you have given. Okay, I hope you understood print function. Now there are a few things you have to know other than this also, such as okay, now let's come to the next topic, which is typecasting. Basically this is changing data types. Okay, now the first thing you need to know is all the classes are what? I mean all the data types are what? Classes, right? So there's a string class, there's a int class, float class, bool class, what more is there? List class, tuple class, ticket class, so on. You can convert one thing to the other by using these inbuilt functions. If that is x, I mean s is equals to 1, 2, 3 in string format. Okay, type of s is what? Class string. If at all I do s2 is equals to int of s, it is possible because it can convert 1 to 3 all of them to integers. So if at all I try to print x plus 2, you're going to get 1, 2, 3, and if I print type of s2, it's going to give me what? Class int. Easy no to tell, you're converting it to int, so it has to be an integer. Simple as that. Okay, I hope you understood this. Any of these functions you can use string, float, bool. Yeah, so now with the bool, what I had told with boolean, I had told if something present, it is true, correct? If something is present, it is true. Nothing or default. Basically, if at all I do bool of hi, this will give me true. I think so. From that time I'm going around with bool. So bool of hi. See, but the default value of string is what? Empty. So it sees emptiness. Your answer should be false. See if you okay. Got it. So boolean works like this. Okay, now there are two more functions. Just note them. It is very important for you to work with letters. That is chr and ordinate. Okay, just know this. Chr stands for character. This is mine. Okay, I mean chr knows it. Ord stands for ordinate. Where have you heard ordinate? I'll tell you where. You know, in a graph, you have a point x comma y. Your x is abscissa and your y is the ordinate. Okay, I'm just saying it. Why is the ordinate? Why? Because it is basically just a name given. So ordinate you can think of as a number. Okay, ordinate you think it of as a number. So basically character function, what it does is it converts number to character. Basically you're saying character of. And now ordinate will do the reverse. Ordinate is what? Number, I said. So it will do character to number. And don't regret that you did not say by to a what? Don't regret saying what? I have no idea what I just said. Shit, why did I say that? Never mind. So number to character, these numbers are what? ASCII values. Okay, so if at all I give character and I have to give a number, so number to character. That is how these works. And now if you want to know it, 65 to something will give you small letters. I am really sorry, capital letters. 97 to something will give you small letters. 48 to something will give you 0 to 9 to Z, and 32 is space character. Okay, now I'll tell you how to calculate the ASCII value for a given letter. Okay, let's say for me to calculate E to ASCII, or just to be precise, what is the ordinate of E? I can do this, right? How will I do this is count with your fingers. A is 1, no? So A, B, C, D, E. E is what? Fifth letter. E is fifth letter. Count it. See, A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, D is 4, E is 5. So E is the fifth letter. All I want you to do is know this fifth letter. No, I'll just represent it as, okay, just know that it's a fifth letter. So what you're supposed to do is to get the ordinate, to get the ASCII value, use the value of A, 65, plus which number is it? 5, and do -1 to that. So 65 plus 4, 69. So 69 stands for E. And I'll tell you why this works like this. See, basically when you're counting even the first one. So if you told you add 5, you're again counting A once again, which you shouldn't do. So you're subtracting that A again over here. That is why you're supposed to do -1. Even for small letters also, even if I do ordinate of F, what should come? What is F? It is the sixth letter, right? A, B, C, D, E, F. F is sixth letter. So you do 97 plus 6 minus 1. 97 plus 5, 12, okay. 102. Yeah, what is 97 plus 5? 102, maybe. let's just check if we are not sure. Ordinate of see, oh my god, do I not know addition or something? 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102. Ah shit, ordinate of f, sorry, typo. 102, 102, okay. And ordinate of e, if at all you see. Now don't do this logic for numbers. 69, 69, see, I'll tell you why. Number starts with 0, correct? So when you count 1 2 3 4 5, you're counting correctly, you're not excluding, you're not including the 0, okay? If you're including 0, that time it would be 0 1 2 3 4 5. So 5 will become 6th, 4 will become 5th, I mean 5 will become, never mind. So what you're doing here with 0 to 9 is you're counting correctly. So that time what you do is, if I do ordinate of 4, what you do is you count 4. What is 4 meaning? What? 4 you should add, so you do 40. What is the 0? 48. 48 plus 4, 9 10 11 12 152. So 52 should be your ordinate of 4. Let's try. See, exactly, okay. So 48 plus 4, this is how you do it for numbers. For letters you just do -1. Look, this -1 technique nobody has taught it till now. I only taught it to Vedant and you and one more person, I think in 9th somewhere I had taught it. This plus this -1 and not doing -1, it's my method, don't tell anyone. Very very efficient method it is to calculate ASCII, okay. The reverse is also true, okay. Just like see the difference between the main one, okay. So if at all you have to convert 73, ASCII value of 73, okay. No, it's a question convert, okay. For you, a question, find me the ordinate of, do this and give me the answer. Ordinate, I'm not writing the answer. Ordinate of G, capital G, get me the answer for this, okay. Now if I have to do character of let's say 73, what I do is I do 73 minus nearest to 65. So 65, you get 8 or something, no? Yeah, you get 8. Now 8, oh my god, insect, chichi, thu, writing pad on top. Okay, now you get 8. We know that 8 is the difference, so plus 1. What is it? 9. Find the 9th character in the alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. I, so maybe 73 is I. Let's check. If I'm wrong, no, method only wrong, man. What am I doing? 73. Let's go. Okay, it's I. So this is how you do. So here you do plus 1. Subtract it with 65 plus 1. 9th character in the alphabet, you get I. Okay, now for you a question. Do CHR of 54, 55, 57. Okay. Okay, fine. Do character of 57. One more question. Do character of 108. Okay, fine. Get me these 3 answers. This one, and this one. Get me these 3 answers. Okay. If you know character and ordinate correctly, you can do questions based on nested for loops very nicely. Okay, so try knowing what are these correctly. I mean, be good in knowing that. Also, always logically, if you think, everything can be sorted, because same, you don't need to know the values all the time. Okay, you can just like if you need to add, if you need to go to the next character, what you're supposed to do is, all you can do is you can convert the character to a ASCII value. You don't need to know the ASCII value also. So if at all I need to add, there is B, I need to go to C. How you would do is you would sit and remember the ASCII value, but no, you don't need to do that. What you can do is you can do the ordinate of B plus 1, and now this is a new ASCII value. You convert this to a character. So this will give you C, right? I hope you understand this. This is, now just think you have a variable X containing the letter and you need to go to the next letter. What you will do, it's a very standard code, character of ordinate of X plus 1. Simple. If at all this was C and you go to the previous character, minus 1. This will give you B. That's it. Just smart work in computers, not hard work. Okay, you can do ordinate of X, will give you the ASCII value, minus 1. Go back and then convert that ASCII value to character. This is how you sit and mix and match in computers, where you can get different outputs. Okay, know this. This is important. Correctly know what I did. Okay. Now output is over and typecasting is over. Now let's talk about some small things. What are errors, the different types of errors, how to fix them. I mean, how to fix them, they won't ask. Okay, so coming to errors, this is theory. Okay, if you want to do theory, you can do it from the book itself. Errors, 3 types are there, and I'll tell you how to identify the 3 types. Okay, the first type is the basic one, syntax. Okay, second one will be runtime, and I have a way to remember these also. Okay, so like I'll tell you, then it is logical. Okay, syntax meaning you wrote something wrong in the code. Okay, formally what you write is you have incorrect syntax. Okay, syntax is the rules for writing a proper code. That is what basically syntax is. Okay, syntax is the rule, basically how English is having these letters, punctuators, commas, full stop, that and all is the syntax of English. Syntax of Python, something wrong you have done. So the formal way of writing syntax error is okay, so if at all they ask what is syntax error, you say syntax is the rules for writing code for a particular language. When there's an error related to writing this code, syntax error is raised. That's it, you can write like that. Okay, so basically if I give x is equals to 10, is the code closed? No, so it's a syntax error. Okay, fine, okay, let it be there. Now runtime meaning there is no error in your syntax, everything looks fine, everything executes, but when you run the code, some error happens. That is runtime error. You get an error thrown at you. Okay, that is called runtime error. Let's say like 10 divided by 0. Can you do? No, right? Division by 0 error. So actually in Python there is this error called 0 division error. If you want, I'll show you also. See, if I do 10 by 0, you will get the error answer as 0 division error. See, did you understand? It is 0 division error. This is a runtime error. Okay, so I hope you understand. Runtime error, you can write definition is when the code is syntactically correct and runs, but while running the program, an error is encountered. That is called runtime error. Now logical error is basically you get no error only, but your output is wrong. That is logical error. You are syntactically right, your Python can run the code also, but what you wanted, that didn't happen. So logical error, basically your buddhu, then you can, so basically computer can't do anything. It is doing what you're saying, and what you're saying itself is wrong, so you have to fix that. That is logical error. Okay, so how you'll remember this is syntax meaning first you're writing the code and something went wrong. That is syntax. Now you wrote the code, you fixed it. Now you ran the code, then error came. That is runtime error. Now you fix that also, but then while fixing, you just fixed it somehow and then it ran. Now you know that it ran, it gave an output, but what output you wanted and what output you're getting is different. That is logical error. So this is how you sit and fix the code. No, so that is how you remember syntax, runtime, logical errors. Okay, I hope you got that. Fine. These are errors. Now let's talk about one more small thing, which is called multiple assignments. Multiple assignments in Python. For this, I wanted to say one thing. In Python, okay, this is a rule general, I mean it's a rule for the whole of Python. Okay, in Python, default data type is a tuple. Default tuple. Wow, default data type is a tuple. Okay, this is very important to know. Okay, because if anything is undetermined or undeterministic, or you cannot figure it out, most probably the case is that's going to be a tuple. Okay, now multiple assignments works this way. If you get a is equals to 3, b is equals to 4, c is equals to 5, all of this you can write in one line: a comma b comma c is equals to 3 comma 4 comma 5. Now this is just how it looks, but I'll tell you how the internal working goes. Basically, default data type is tuple, so you convert it. I mean, basically how it works is a, b, c. This and all you don't need to write it. Is equals to 3, 4, 5. What happens is, this is what happens. I mean, it's pretty obvious to see what happens, but this process is known as tuple unpacking. You do not need to write all of this in the exam. This I'm just explaining it to you. This is known as tuple unpacking. And now why I'm telling you tuple is the default data type in Python is only tuples have this unpacking feature. Lists don't have. String though no chance only tuple has this property of unpacking itself. So when you give two things, a comma b is equals to 4 comma 5, this is a tuple, and a will go to 4, b will go to 5. This is known as tuple unpacking. That is why you remember in for loop I had given for your project only for what is that, idx comma some n in enumerate. Correct. Enumerate would give you a tuple, basically a comma b, let's say, and now idx would go to a, n would go to b. This is known as tuple unpacking. That's it. This is basically your multiple assignment. Okay, now multiple assignment, also questions will come, very nice tricky questions will come. I'll just show you one for an example. Okay, wait, I'll just give you a number. Okay, 1, 2, 3. You need to give me 3 answers, and now I'll just give you an example. X comma y comma z is equals to 10, 11, 12. X plus 1, y plus 2, z plus 3. Print x, y, z. Okay, now I'll tell you how to work with these. First, in your memory, you give x equals to 10, y is equals to 11, then z is equals to 12. When this kind of lines are happening, you do not change these values. When tuple unpacking is happening, you do not change these values. If they were in separate lines, yes, the values would change, but in the same line, values don't change. So z is equals to x plus 1. So your finally z is equals to 11. Y is what? Y plus 2. Y is y plus 2, 11, 12, 13. So y is 13. X is z plus 3, 3, 15. So x is 15. Now you print x, y, z, you print 15. And how does it print? You give comma, right? So separator is what? Space. Correct. Separator is space. So 15, y 13, z 11. This is your answer. We'll try. See, x, y, z, 11, 12, 13, correct? 11, 12, 13. Oh shit. 10, 11, 12. 10, 11, 12. Then z comma y comma x is equals to x plus 1, y plus 2. I think you're going to sleep or something, maybe. Oh, you're telling me to sleep. You don't worry, Dad. I'm enjoying over here. Okay, x plus 2, y plus 2, then z plus 3. Okay, now we'll print x, y, z. Okay, 15, 13, 11. Did you get this? If you get this, I mean, you should be happy if you get this. To be honest, I'll give you one more question. Try doing that. I'll give you with print ka also one variation. Okay, so your fourth question, a b c 15 13 12 d is equals to c, a comma b comma c is equals to a plus d, b plus c, a plus d, and then b comma a comma c is equals to 15 plus d, c plus d, and c plus b. Print a b c. Print a b c. Separator is equals to at symbol. Do this question. If you can do this, very very great. Like ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ. Okay, do this. Then okay, then I guess this much only. You give me those 4 outputs. 4, no? Did I first can you print output though? Whoa, I didn't give you print output, only a question. Okay, I'm going to give you those questions now. I made note of that. Okay, these 4. Now I'll give you 5th one, 6th one, 7th one, 8th one maybe. Okay, I'll just bring that up. Okay, give me the output of this. This is the 5th, 6th one. Give me the output of this. 7. Please do practice these, and if you get anything wrong, I'll help you. Don't worry. Then your 8th one. Will it fit? Yeah, it will fit. I mean, be happy if you feel the 8th one is very easy, because I have given you 4th one only, which is complex. Okay, do these, and if you can do it, amazing. I think that's it for input output and few other basic concepts which you need to know. Do it, and then I'll start with flow control, meaning if statements. Okay, fine. Oh my god, 53 minutes, damn.